your sail. That's your journey you've embarked on. You are sailing on the sea of life. There are things that can stop it. You know, if you go to the water, we have many things that can breach your sail. There was a day I was traveling in Lagos. I was on water. Short journey from Coconut to Ojo. I use water. At a point on top of the water, the speedboat stopped moving. Here is water, here is water. That's every water. I say, what is going on? I say, it's not by safety, it's not by this jacket we are putting on. One of my brothers said, God, if you don't know how to even sustain yourself, the jacket will keep pressing you down, not by all these things. But there are safety precautions, you know. I looked at, I said, come. The boat was just like, some boats, as those boats were passing, they will use the water will hit our boat. I said, come, engine man, how will this thing look like? We were about 15 people on that boat. I said, wait, if this thing happen, hey, then at a point, the man said, if we should wait. And he just managed, just try, get to the back of the boat, and he put hand under the engine, and he brought out sachet water nylon. He said, this nylon obstructed the engine. I say, see, that's only that small nylon. So you people that are throwing plastic bags, throwing nylon everywhere, be very careful. They can recycle these things. Or you don't know, they can recycle, don't cause problem with them. These things are recycled, in fact, they can be recycled again. Can use them to reproduce other things. So that one now can breach your sail. Have you watched Titanic? Something breached their sail, ordinary iceberg. If you've been on a ship before, the thickness of the metal they use in producing ship is thicker than this thing. But ordinary ice block bursts that thick iron. There are some sandbar can breach your sail. As the wave is moving, it can cause heap of sand to cross the water like this. It can breach your sail. There are some rocks inside the water. It can breach your sail. What do you mean? In life, many things can breach your sail. Pride can stop your journey. Pride can stop your journey. Being kleptomanic can stop your journey. Stealing what does not belong to you. It can cut your destiny. It can cut your purpose in life. Fear can equally stop your journey. But the man says, of things which will blot out that brief, among everything that can stop your journey, or breach your sails with arrows unseen, you won't see them. He said, rage is chief. Anger is the chief of them all. Why? He said, rage drags rags after you. Anger can make good people to leave you, and the bad ones will be following you. He said, of charity, laughter, sweetness, and joy. Rage is thief. Rage can steal all of them. If you're angry, you cannot be kind to people. If you're angry, you cannot be joyous. You cannot laugh. And he said, rage spreads toxic fumes on every sin. You know fume? Fume is greenhouse gas. All those bad smoke coming out from machines, from engines. They are poisonous on their own. And the poet says toxic fumes. That's hyperbole, overstatement. Rage spreads toxic fumes on every sin. In essence, rage spells calamity. But why are we angry? He says, its cause is your perception of storm breaking around, not upon your head. You are angry because of what you feel, which does not exist. As you are sailing your boat, you see storm over there, a big ship is passing, and you see that the wave is coming. The wave will not get to you. You've already jumped inside the water to save yourself and you die. Its cause is your perception of storm breaking around, not upon your head. Meaning that the problem happening around the world is not your business. Then why are you angry? There are neither snakes, deviants, nor gnomes. You know the poem I'm reading is called Raider of the Treasure Trove by Ladewo Sonu. There are neither snakes, deviants, nor gnomes. There are no problems. He says, as you think, so you feel. When I'm teaching this poem, I like giving a kind of analogy. I will say, you wake up in the morning, you want to brush, you see one man, Mr. James. You say, Mr. James, good morning. Mr. James is making a call. Look at Mr. James making his call. This guy, pick now. Pick this call now. and you see Mr. James Afaro. Sir James, good morning, sir. Sir James will not answer. Good morning, sir. And Mr. James will say, it will not be well with you. It will not be well with you. I say, I'm greeting this one. Good morning, sir. That's the lifeline. Then you just go home. 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You didn't greet Mr. James. Mr. James will call your mommy. Wait. What type of training did you give to your child? Your child does not greet me. Your child says, Mommy, see, let me tell you one thing. One day I greeted this man. So day. That day was making call. Mommy, I greeted him good morning. And he looked at me and he was laying curse on me. I said, which day? And you recall the day. Man said, oh. It's one of my tenants that refused to pay. And he claimed he has traveled. He was not picking my call. So it was the person I was cursing, not you. As you think, so you feel. That's why we get angry. I don't know if the poets say, its cause is your perception of storm breaking around, not upon your head. As you think, so you feel. Then what's the solution? Watch your mind. Then he asks a question. Rage sets sail. Can ruin lag far behind? That is, if anger leads the way, will destruction be far from it? And the answer is no. Then the poet says, I will fling roses wherever I bet. Anywhere whenever I get to my final destination, I must make sure I am kind to mankind. And my destination is heaven on earth. Look at his choice of words. I don't know if you can look at the way he has picked words to pass his message across. That is what we call diction. Diction is a poet's choice of words. So poetry is not just pick up pen and write. No. You should be a fine user of words. Play with words, You should just play with words. Play with words. That's diction. Pathetic fallacy. That's pathetic fallacy. I've told us before. Wait, who is the brother to pathetic fallacy? Personification. Thank you. Give that guy 5,000. Give him 5,000. Give him 5,000. So you meet him later. Yeah? Don't meet this side, though. Meet this side. Give him 5K. I'm a very good man. Pardon? Yes, give him 5,000. Later you meet him, eh? That's fine. So pathetic fallacy is a figure of speech used when nature is given the attribute of human being. Not any other thing but nature. Personification is used when non-human is given attribute of human being. The fan is turning his head. Not its head, his head, H-I-S. Or is he not turning his head? The fan is turning his head. Personification. The bulb is shining his eyes. Aha. But when it's pathetic fallacy, you give human attributes to nature. Do you understand? Wow, what a life. I love nature. I love my garden. Each time I return from a journey, my beautiful garden embraces me. You see, that one is pathetic fallacy. You get to your garden, it tells you welcome. You enjoy being in your garden again. You see it? Aha. So that is it. The rain is beating me. According to what's his name? Kofi Awuno. I have wandered in this great wilderness. This great wilderness men call life. The rain has beaten me, and the sharp storms cut as keen as knife. If you check it, the rain has beaten me. Only human beings should be able to beat somebody, not rain. The rain has beaten me, and the sharp storms cut as keen as knife. All right. That's pathetic fallacy. Peripeteia You see, peripetia is another interesting literary term. You know, peripetia is a device. You can see it in poetry. You can use it for drama and prose. It's a device used in literature when there is a sudden reversal of fortune. Do you understand? Peripetia is a device used in literature when there is a sudden reversal of fortune. A device used in literature when there is a sudden reversal of fortune. You see that? Sudden reversal of fortune. That's peripetia. How? I tried to look at the gods are not to blame. There should have been peripetia as a technique employed, but they did not do that. I thought they would reverse the guy's fortune instead of him killing his father and marrying his mother, but there was no peripetia. So instead, they gave us the normal hamachia, which is not really too good. So have you ever watched any movie that is like that? You look at this person, we've seen films like that. You just go. They will say, don't worry, I will deal with you. And they take the person's name to a shrine. And they did one or two, and the man started suffering. You couldn't give birth to children, no wife, no money, no anything, and you're going through pain. All of a sudden, you come across a pastor, and he prays for you, and things change. That is peripetia. I don't know if you get my point. A sudden reversal of fortune. You know one beautiful thing about literature? Everything has name if you calm down. So that is that. Interesting technique in a story. It makes the audience happy. Because the person that is going through that pain, you are not happy watching that movie. But all of a sudden, everything turns around and it gives you joy. That's the idea. Peripetia, interesting one. Laitotis is the next man. Laitotis. You see Laitotis? It has a second name. What's the other name? Hey. Of Laitotis. Not motif. What's Laitotis? What's the other name? The other name is meiosis. I told us before. Meiosis. You see, Laitotis or meiosis is the opposite of hyperbole. You understand? It's a figure of speech used when there is understatement in your tone. When you try to show understatement in your speech. Look at it. The man is not ugly. The man is not ugly means the man is spotlessly beautiful. Shock you? When you say the man is beautiful, that means the man is more than handsome. Are you following me? When you say the woman is handsome, the woman is more than beautiful. Is that clear? So you can use beautiful for a man and handsome for a woman. You can use beautiful for a man and handsome for a woman. Beautiful for a man and handsome for a woman. So, if you are working on this, let me see. So, beautiful for a man and handsome for a woman. Okay. All right. The man is spotlessly beautiful. The man is spotlessly beautiful. All right. If you look at that, that means this one now is hyperbole, overstatement. But the opposite of this is understatement. Now, if you don't want to just make the man's head burst, if you don't want to say, wow, this girl, you are charming, you are glamorous, you are vivacious, you are a queen. In fact, you are the treasure that I see. You know. Oh, I remember that song. Love that I seek for many years. It's right beside me yet I couldn't feel it. When I close my eyes, I see you coming to me, my girl. I didn't know that it was a heartbreak. When the breeze of love blow you to me, my girl. I thought it was an everlasting love, but it hurt me to see you go. Make me cry. We don't have singers again, but that's fine. You were not born when they sang that song. You were not born. You know the song. You grew to know. You know. You were not born when they sang this song. All right. Now listen. Let's see if we can do something. The man is not ugly. Now, if you want to use light totis, try as much as you can to use no, not, never, plus an adjective to get the opposite of the adjective. And that's what you really want to say. The man is spotlessly beautiful. That's what you want. But if you don't want the man's head to do like this, say the man is not ugly. You are still saying the man is spotlessly beautiful. The man is never ugly. The man is a no ugly man. You understand? Aha. If you don't want to say the man is a fool, that's what you wanted to say. The man is a fool. Say the man is not wise. You see it? The man is not wise. The man is a very rich man, you know. But you don't want to say the man is wealthy. The man is not poor. If you see a fine lady that claims to be beautiful, fine lady, if you tell them, wow, you look very beautiful, you say, thank you. You know, that's their behavior. But you say, you're not too bad. We should just look at you as if you don't have sense. You know, you say you're not too bad. Just try and put knots. You know, just put knots. You get what you want. Your house is not dirty. You just enter into the house. All right? You are trying. Your house is not dirty. You just look at you. But assuming you say, wow, this house is very neat. The person will serve you wine first for that thing you just said. I say, okay, your house is not bad, it's not dirty. Don't expect water, you know, you just sit down and gist and go. Because you never made him, you've not made his day. That's just the idea. All right. Denuma. Denuma. It's not denouement. Denuma. That's the pronunciation. Denuma. Denuma is a narrative term. Okay, I say narrative term. Denuma is the last stage in the plot of a story when all the conflicts have been resolved. The last stage in the plot of a story when all the conflicts have been resolved. That is denouement. The last stage in the plot. I drew the picture of plot for you. I said something like this. And I said we have exordium, also called introduction, also called exposition. The story begins here. Take note, conflict begins here. They've asked it in WAEC and JAM. They said the conflict in a play begins from where? This is where the struggle starts from. How do I know? If you are watching or reading a book, ladies and gentlemen, right from chapter 1, you will get to know that there's a protagonist and there's an antagonist in this story. If it is a movie, before you watch up to 15 minutes, you will know that there's a protagonist. You will, okay, let me use those ones that people use. Let's use Pigeon. You know that there's actor and boss. But please, for the sake of clarity, there's nothing like actor and boss in literature. We have protagonist and antagonist. You see it, you know that there's protagonist. You cannot watch up to 15, 20, 15 minutes and you don't see that there's conflict in this story. You must see that there's a problem here. The problem starts from the beginning and the problem begins to rise. It gets to rising action. Get to this one. Rising action. This is where you start having problem. You, the audience. Problem starts here. The tension starts boiling up little by little. We'll start seeing problem. We'll start seeing problem. At this stage now, you that it's not even your business. They just call you to come and watch film, to come and watch a movie to help your life so that loneliness will not kill you. That's what they've done for you. Instead of you to just watch your film and relax, you started disliking somebody in the movie. You say, hey, they want to kill this. You will not relax your own, but that's the power of literature. Literature can make you talk when you don't plan to talk. Even if you want to form, some of you, we know we are in a place whereby some of you be forming as if you, maybe if you talk while watching film, you've lost your respect. I don't know what if they're talking, because me, I'm a literature man, I cannot watch film and keep quiet. I say, no, this man, this guy is just too bad. No, this costume is not the perfect one for this. My wife will say, to watch film with you is another problem. I say, no, you two check it. The way this light is coming, that shadow is not supposed to be in that place. This thing is wrong. He said, okay, go first, don't worry, later you watch your own, and that is now. So I can't watch a movie and be dumb. Although those people that are saying they will not talk in film, inside their mind they are talking. So you cannot watch a movie and don't talk. You must talk inside. Have you watched Night of Thousand Laughs? There are some people that will carry their family problem to Night of Thousand Laughs. They will just two-face like this. Comedians will say even now they will not laugh. That is not big boy. Let me tell you. Now just do so that your life will make sense. Laugh so that your face will not turn to old man's spoon, Laugh, let wrinkle go. You carry your money, you spend your money, you went to the theater to watch movie, and Funke Akindele will act heaven and earth, you will not laugh. What's your problem? You just sit down there and be doing. May God have mercy. Rise in action. The next one is complication. Complication, the problem is becoming unbearable. The movie is moving. Now, the man and his little son have gone to have 1 or 2 pints of beer or 1 or 2 drinks. As they are drinking, the boss, that is the antagonist sees them and he snaps picture. And here, as they are going home, they kidnap the son. As they kidnap the son, the father is looking for the son and they arrest the father. And before you know it, they kill the father. How would they get the son? It is a problem. They kill the father. Before you know it, the kidnappers of the son. This is turning point. Turning point. Before you know it, the kidnappers of the son, they start arguing who will collect the biggest share, who will collect the lion's share. As they are confused here, before you know it here, why they start fighting? The kidnappers are fighting. The boy escaped. Look at the falling action. Falling action. The little boy escaped. While they are still fighting, and they've killed one another in their camp, the little boy escaped. And we'll see the little boy here on the street, walking helplessly. We'll see somebody that know the boy. They pick the boy. That's a Numa. Or you say resolution. Resolution or denouement is when all the conflicts have been resolved. Now, no problem again. Peace will eventually reign now. Every normal story must start, rise, get to the highest point of conflict, and will drop. It must drop, whether you like it or you don't like it. It must drop. Do you understand? If it does not drop, watch out for part 2. There must be a sequel to it. Do you understand? It must drop. It must drop, whether you like it or not. The dropping may not favor you based on the way you view it, but it will favor other people. It must drop now. Then, as you look at that, let's see conflict. No matter what, we have mentioned conflict while talking this thing. Conflict is the struggle between 2 opposing forces in a work of art. That's talking about the protagonist and the antagonist. Conflict is the struggle between the 2 of them. Do you understand? Struggle between the 2 opposing forces in a work of art. That is conflict. So, And that is that about that. So you see it there. What about setting? You know, in 2018, they were doing WAEC exam, literature and English. On that day, I was in my school where I was teaching, and some of my colleagues that brought their student to my school to sit for exam because their schools were not approved for WAEC exam. While the students were writing their exam, we were in the office going through the question. We were opportune to see it. As I was going through this question, okay, Daddy, I think they finished their exam. We were together in the office. I said, man, look at this question, fine. The guy said, well, they said the structure of a work of art is dash. A, diction. B, setting. C, theme. D, plot. The guy said the answer is setting. I said, now for you. I say, structure of a work of art is plot. He said, no, it's not plot now. I say, I think maybe you were a bricklayer in those days. You know, you remember that block, you do setting and you do block, setting of block. I say, no, structure here does not mean they are building. This does not mean setting. Setting in literature is the location where they perform the action and when the actions are being performed. Plot is the building, the structure of a work of art. He said, you know, say you be one. I say, oh, guys, not about level. On the normal ground, setting is the locale. We have the place setting where the actions are being performed and the time setting when they perform the actions. So that is setting in a work of art. Do you understand? So setting deals with location and season, time and season, place and time. Time and place and time, location and season. That is it. And now when you talk about place setting, as we are making it broad, if you talk about place setting, you must have three types of place setting first. The rural setting, the urban setting, and the rural-urban setting. When a play or a story has rural setting, that means everything, it has the location of a country. Country, that means rural life. You won't see anything like electric bulb there. You won't see car, you won't see aeroplane. You will not see tap water. You see only stream, you see only local things. You will not see modern kind of dresses. You see it, you will not see modern kind of dresses in a story with rural setting. In fact, you won't even see anything like gas cooker, or is it the burner I want to see? They will use firewood. You see it. Then, if it is a story that has urban setting, everything is sophisticated. That's why you see them using cars, using cell phone, using many things and all that. So it keeps going like that. Then if it has rural urban setting, it has a touch of this and touch of that one. You see some part of it to be rural, some part to be urban. That's where you see somebody traveling from the village to the city in a story. That's when things like that come to play. You understand? Maybe we'll be closing with a biography. Biography is a writer's, that is this true account of a person written by himself. The true account of a person written by him, let's say by himself. The true account of a person, pardon me, slip of tongue written by another person. The true life story of a person written by another person. And before you do a biography, ladies and gentlemen, you need to do a thorough research. Do a thorough research. You have to travel, meet that person you want to write about, meet people, ask questions. Your dates must be accurate. The location must be true. The names you are putting, because it's a true life account. You don't want to mislead people here. If you want to write autobiography about a notable figure, maybe about our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have to travel. You need to read books about it. You need to ask questions, collect pictures, and do some good things about this man. If not, you'll be misleading people. You understand? So when next you are doing some of these things, watch properly. You do your thing with creativity. Do you understand? You know, we've seen series of biographies. If you go to the internet space, go to libraries, you read biographies. one fine biography collection of write-up for great minds in Africa is Africa Who is Who. If you can lay your hand on that book too, you see some nice people talking about them. Do you understand? You read about them, and then I think it will go a long way as well. You understand? So I believe you've learned a whole lot today. You've seen things. I talked about diction for now, talked about pathetic fallacy, talked about peripetia, litotes, climax. We've seen denouement, we've seen conflict, we've seen setting, biography, and all that. We'll meet some other time. And when next we meet, let God be with you. God bless you for now. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome. Ah, it is well. Yes,
right about now, we are on break.
Very small.
We are on break. We are on break right now.
Yeah. Welcome.
We'll begin on the chapter.
This is the APS, so
Coming back soon.
Okay.
Big shout out
Welcome.
to ABS,
Welcome.
Absolute Solution, for being part of the class today.
Thank you.
And
So which name is that?
Ayo.
I've been sick.
We have president of Mr. Love and other media team for Deputy Chairman of Wari South Local Government. We appreciate their presence. God bless them for coming. Earlier today also we have the presence of our big pastor and his beautiful wife joined the live session.
LFC pastor, Living Faith pastor.
Living Faith pastor, yes. He also joined the class, and we also have another media team and has joined the class so far today. Ladies and gentlemen,
the media aid
right now.
Media aid of the chairman of Wari
Media
South.
aid of the chairman of Wari South government, Wari South.
Comrade Toju.
Comrade Toju.
He was here with his team.
He was also here earlier today to join the class. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about all-in-one educate platform. We're talking about Absolute Solution ABS. That's another big supporter for Omajuwa quiz for the Teach-A-Thon 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on break right now. We'll be back very soon to continue from where we stopped, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we are
successfully covered 120 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 hours to go. 104 hours to go. Please, a round of celebrate our brother. 104 hours to go. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. If you're live, you're on Instagram, on Facebook, if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, kindly share this live with your friends, especially YX students, JAB students, A-level students also should also take part from this, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you all for joining the session. It was awesome. The students, they all grab and enjoy the beautiful moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly. Thank you very much.